deluxe tradition reskins, which allows stadium presentation to better match the specific identity and uniform teams are wearing on the field. This means when you put on a throwback uniform, the mascot will match the stadium graphics, the ribbon board, and
holy shit, did you guys hear that? So if you choose an alternate uniform, the map and the stadium around you will adapt to that. What? I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as I get the game, I'm doing alternate uniforms. I got to do alternate uniforms. The first time I'm loading into the game, I got to see the mascot and stuff in the alternate uniform. What? Nah. EA really doing it this year. They said, oh, y'all said y'all wanted this in the game. Guess what? We're gonna give you this and 10 times more. How about that? Now what you got to say? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Football Talk. And today, your boy is back at it again with another Madden video. We have Madden 27's presentation finally feels like the NFL. Shout out to the man himself, Eric Rayweather. I ain't gonna lie to you. Eric Rayweather's made my job a lot harder and a lot more fun as well. So I'm super excited. I'm all about presentation over here. If you guys are new to my channel, I love presentation. Presentation is like my favorite thing in any game, but especially sports. I love presentation. So I'm super excited for this one. See what new things it's gonna be in 27. Let's see. Let's go. By the way, we are live on the Twitch as well. So say hey to the Twitch people. Say hey to my Twitch community. Let's go.
Promises a more authentic NFL experience. And the question isn't whether Madden 27 has more presentation features, it's whether any of them actually matter. And while some of these additions feel like nice extras, a handful of them have the potential to change how Madden feels every single time you boot up the game. After reading through the presentation deep dive, one thing is pretty clear here. They're trying to build further on what they started implementing last year, which is bringing NFL Sundays more to life. So let's jump into the first part of this, which is dynamic
I'm excited.
broadcast packages, which is something a lot of us have asked about for years. And again, if you've been
new broadcast packages
because they matter. It says one of the biggest additions this year is seasonal variation across our broadcast packages for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Each seasonal
what? Hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta pause already. We get seasonal broadcasts now, so each seasonal broadcast will include the following: theme song, custom commentary, game intro graphics, score bug, end quarter banner, logo wipe, replay wipe. What? Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Let's go! Yo, I want to see what this looks like though. This sounds so dope. I'm super excited for this one right here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited.
Include the following: a different theme song, custom commentary, game intro graphics, a custom score.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear the custom commentary.
Banners, logo wipes, and replay wipes. These presentation changes are designed to make those windows in the calendar feel distinct. They help anchor games during those times of year, which is something football fans instinctively understand. The league feels different in late October than it does on Thanksgiving. Christmas football has its own tone too, and it says we wanted those moments to come through in the presentation. And the cool thing is these aren't going to be just for franchise and superstar mode. It's also going to be in regular play now, online head-to-head.
Oh, it's going to be in play now?
And it's not just
holy shit
themselves. It's more about the broadcast details. It says here they're going to tell a better story possession by possession, which is something the game has desperately needed for a while. It says we've continued to invest in drive starters because they are one of the best places to build narrative naturally during a game. And Madden 27 drive starters now include replays to expand storytelling and help key moments carry forward into the next possession.
Ooh, I like this.
And allows the broadcast to feel like it's following the same thread the player is. It says they're also supporting new story types through banners and commentary, including examples like
new story types,
upcoming games. And they're also updating the new halftime report, which we saw make its debut last year with the replays and things like that, but this year they're adding more onto it. It says a
Ooh,
real
what else
NFL
they adding?
broadcast rarely treats your game like it exists in a vacuum, and it says that we heard your feedback, and we know that halftime reports are one of the best opportunity to widen that lens, give you context,
Definitely
and remind you
is.
that there is a whole story going on around you. So this year they included some new halftime segments, including impact players, playoff hunt, and improved first half coverage of the users' games. The goal is to make halftime feel like a true checkpoint
Okay,
in a larger
okay.
NFL day.
We're gonna
You
have
get
to
a
see
sense of
though
where your
with
game
this.
stands, what's happening elsewhere, and which performances are standing out across the league. And much like the halftime show, they're also doing this with the weekly recap, which I've seen the weekly recap playing the game early, and I think they did an awesome job on this year. Obviously,
For
last year in
real?
25, it was nice to see what they did with halftime and weekly recaps, but we knew that there was definitely more that they could fit in there, and they've done that this year. It says that they've expanded the weekly recap with new segments that help players keep a stronger pulse on the league around them. This now includes injury reports, the MVP race, player of the week, playoff hunts, stat leaders, and
I'm not gonna lie to you, in like franchise mode and stuff, this is gonna be big because you should like player of the week and stuff like that, but to see the MVP race or who's injured, playoff hunt, like the playoff thing, you only used to could see that like when it was like closer to the playoffs, but it seems like now you could see it, like in week 10, week 11, even though that's far away from the playoffs, but you can at least see, who's your competition or who's the best in this division or this. I love this right here. This is going to be cinema. It looks like it. I hope.
Alerts. All of these things that we've been asking about for years, and hey, we've seen this done in older games a long time ago. Better late than never. At least it's finally here. These segments are designed to make the league feel more active and more dynamic as your season unfolds. You should be able to feel momentum building, storyline shifting, and major developments happening beyond just your own team. Now, hey, if you're still here at this point of the video and you haven't subscribed, you might as well go ahead, subscribe, and join the family. That way you're up to date with all of the latest Madden news and updates. I'm trying to get to 700k subs really soon, and if everybody watching just subscribed, we can hit those numbers in a few days. Now let's move on to the next big segment of presentation, and that is building energy before the kickoff. Some of the most important moments happen right before the first snap. It says this year we included new primetime flows. Primetime football is different. The pacing is different. The stakes feel bigger, and the visuals should reflect that. It says our goal was to give these games more of their own identity so that they feel bigger before the kickoff even arrives. So they've added things like drone shows, which we saw last year in college football 20.
I ain't gonna lie to you, the drone shows look awesome.
Directly to teams. They have new story support through banners.
Oh my god, look at this!
Specific pre-game storytelling.
Nah, this was awesome.
Song that fans associate with that franchise hits differently. The feeling of watching that team.
Oh, they're gonna have new songs? I mean, like custom songs?
Nothing compares to that euphoric feeling. A pre-game flow with stronger visual identity feels different too. These additions help push deeper into the pageantry and personality of NFL teams without losing sight of the overall vision. So when speaking of traditions, we know last year they did a lot of work with this. They gave teams more signature runouts, they added mascots, and they're continuing to build on that this year. So for Madden 27, they've included some new things which you could see up on the screen here. Things like the Bengals ruler of the jungle, which is going to be Chad Johnson.
Wait a minute. So they expanding out the NFL traditions. God damn it, can't even speak. Ooh, so we got the Bengals, Chad, ruler of the jungle, Broncos, skydivers, Commanders, Rays, Hall, Robert Griffin, Cowgirls, Under the Star, Giants, Bell, Lawrence Taylor, Jags, Zipline, Woo, Patriots, end zone. Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby! Yes! Oh my god, they finally put this in here. The Patriots end zone. EA. You want my money this bad? Here, take it. Take it, EA. Here, take it. My gosh. Nah, this about to go crazy.
In the pregame intro,
nah, they need to add beef in the franchise mode, like Texan beef and fighting and suspensions.
The Jaguars doing the zip line and much more. And if you thought all that stuff was good, you're going to like some of this next stuff we're talking about right now, including new faces on the field and on the broadcast. It says football presentation.
Ooh, new faces and on the broadcast? Wait, what?
Part of the experience. Licensed coordinators now appear in the press box and on the sideline during cutscenes,
yeah.
helping the game better reflect how coaching staffs are part
this
of the
gonna be
visual
so
language
dope.
of the NFL broadcast. Coordinators are a real part of how games are discussed, how storylines are framed, and how broadcast cameras cover action between plays. Including them helps the presentation.
L ads.
This is true because you see it all the time in real life when a certain team is playing. They talk about the offensive or defensive coordinator, and they put a camera onto him, whether he's in the press box.
The most famous one is the Bills offensive coordinator crashing out.
So it's good that
you guys remember that?
into the game. Now, one of my favorite
Bro, why don't they add actual college players in franchise mode?
Upgrade for Madden 27.
I think it's because the NIL type of thing.
Instead of remaining static from kickoff to the final whistle, the snow can accumulate on the field in real time, while rain can intensify.
Oh yeah, the snow,
creating a more dynamic and unpredictable
weather.
Weather will also have a stronger visual impact, with snow appearing on uniforms and players gradually getting dirtier, sweatier, and more worn down as the game progresses.
The snow in the uniforms looks so good.
Part of the football experience, and we saw that they added a lot of good stuff with weather last year, but now making it more dynamic was the next step of that. So you could start out a game and it's not snowing at all, but by the end of the game, it's a snowstorm. Or the game could start out snowing and then later in the game, the snow can ease up and not be as heavy. And along with this is also dynamic lighting and local kickoff times. Now, we already had dynamic lighting in Madden to a certain extent, but they've done a lot more work with it this year. They improved the visual authenticity by introducing authentic local kickoff times and updated sun positioning. In previous years, lighting was largely based around East Coast conditions, but now a 5:15 p.m. kickoff on the West Coast will feature more accurate sunlight, shadows, and atmosphere for that location.
Okay, I like that.
Tie into broader upgrades to the game's skies, lightings, and weather systems, which is going to help make the game feel more connected.
That's tough. It's make it more real. They do need to add the fall in the snow. It leaves a mark in the slide snows. I mean, in the snow slides. Oh yeah, that would be dope.
Now, all of that stuff so far sounds really good, but this next stuff really gets me going, and I know some people are going to agree here. One of those things is called secondary motion, which is something that EA focused heavily on this year. It adds more realistic movement and physics to players, equipment, and even referees. The new hanging mouse
even refs? Wait, what?
Naturally swing and react to player movement hits, while helmets, pads, and sleeves and other equipment have been updated to move and fit more realistically.
I like that animation.
EA also refined equipment sizing and proportions to better match NFL players.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
So the shoulder pads have been made a little bit smaller. The helmets are bigger and tilted more. So these players look exactly how they do in real life, whereas in some of the past games, they just didn't.
And they need to add blood on the arm if you. And that's just not how they can't do that because of the NFL.
To make the small details feel more alive.
It's the same thing why helmets don't come off.
Connected to the physical nature of football. They even improved the cloth physics and wrinkle simulation that make the uniforms on referees look more natural.
Cloth physics and wrinkles, okay.
And it gets even better than that, because when you talk about the little details, they're also introducing deluxe tradition reskins, which allow stadium presentation to better match the specific identity and uniform teams are wearing on the field. This means when you put on a throwback uniform, the mascot will match the stadium graphics, the ribbon board, and
holy shit, did you guys hear that? So if you choose an alternate uniform, the mask and the stadium around you will adapt to that. What? I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as I get the game, I'm doing alternate uniforms. I got to do alternate uniforms. The first time I'm loading into the game, I got to see the mascot and stuff in the alternate uniform. What? Nah. EA really doing it this year. They said, oh, y'all said y'all wanted this in the game. Guess what? We're going to give you this and 10 times more. How about that? Now what you got to say?
The presentation packages will all match. Now they did add some.
Buy me the game, LOL.
This year, adding much more presentation around changing uniforms, because when you wear a throwback or an alternate, everything in the stadium.
They need to add players' celebration voices like, hell yeah, that's how we do it. Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Capture the history, culture, and atmosphere fans associate with their favorite franchise. And something else good that they're doing is expanding the player and coach customization as a whole, with new options designed to better reflect.
You got new customization too.
Hats, visors, headsets, and additional clothing items, which
they did you could change headsets.
Coach customization last year, but there were still some missing things here, and it looks like they've got that covered this year. And for your superstar mode, career mode players, you've got
come on, career mode, baby.
Variety, a new lean body type, and more. And of course, if you've been following my channel at all, you should know by now, but EA also added several highly requested equipment options. Now, we're seeing more things added to college because college doesn't have the NFL restricting certain things.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, they're a lot less restricted.
Socks, smaller shoulder pads, shortened shooter sleeves, and clear reflective visors. But I know there's definitely some new cleats and other things that we're going to cover when the game actually drops.
Nah, and they need to add Myles Garrett helmet swinging.
We also got new stadiums as well. The Bills Mafia,
bro, y'all are menaces
in the game, and they've got all of the features like the stack design for the close field proximity, the canopy system covering 60% of the fan seating, and the state-of-the-art sound and amenities. And they also added Melbourne Cricket Ground. With the NFL continuing to expand worldwide, they want to get more of the other stadiums in the game.
What? We got new stadiums.
I really like. They added an indoor field house practice facility. I think the outside facility is still going to exist.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. How many of us actually do the practices? With them adding a practice field indoor, I might have to do a couple practices. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'm gonna have to do some practices. They need to add better tackling animations. They added the Bills' new stadium. I think it is. I think the Bills' new stadium is added, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is added. I haven't seen like people play it, but I will guess that it is added. I gotta check it out though, see if anybody has talked about it. But anyway, this might make me practice more. Okay, like what?
As well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think now you can choose between the two, which is pretty cool because sometimes teams do practice.
Oh, you can choose between the two now.
If you want to run a full 11-on-11 game, work with just the offense, test concepts, or get comfortable with your playbook, the new indoor practice facility gives you a fresh environment to do it. Now, when they say full 11-on-11, that sounds a little different because I don't think.
Oh, it's 11-on-11.
Like you can run a full scrimmage, so maybe that's also another new setting, but we'll have to check that out. And if you want to talk about the little details, the smallest of details, they're covering them more than ever, even down to Caleb Williams having his fingernails painted. Now, look, I know some people are gonna be like, I don't like that. Why does he do it? It is what it is. He does it, and it's still part of his authenticity.
I saw a lot of people talk about this. Hold on.
Put this in the game. I think
I saw a lot of people like, really?
Possible, and that should be the goal for not just him, but for every player. I want to see every player get their.
I love the little details that they're adding.
It's gonna perfectly represent what we see on Sunday.
Nah, they need to add WWE slamming.
Wait till you hear about all the
That's crazy. Man, oh man, these sound good and look good. For me, definitely the alternate uniforms, like changing the whole thing, like where your mascot and like the fans and the whole stadium changes to that. That's probably gonna be my favorite one to see. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite what's gonna be your favorite feature for presentation. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next reaction.